and Spoons. As you guys know, this is the very first episode of Forks and Spoons. I wanted to make it a bit special. So what's so special about this video, huh? Yes, you're right. Today is 25th of July and it's my birthday. So for this year on my birthday, I decided to bake a chocolate chocochip cake with loads of chocolate ganache and some white vanilla frosting. Yum, yum, yum. Let me know who's drooling already, huh? So let's get on to baking. I have measured all my ingredients already because I can be a very big mess sometimes while I'm in the kitchen. So if you're clumsy like me, there's no harm in prepping before baking, right? So to start with, I'm going to mix together all my dry ingredients and you can find their quantities down below in the description box. In goes the all-purpose flour in the big bowl and the cocoa powder, or you can make a bit of mess, I think, and the baking powder and teeny tiny bits of salt. Oops. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna clean it up. And we'll give it all a good mix. So, bad luck for me. I broke my wrist while prepping for the cake. So for today, I'll have to manage with the fork, I guess. So we're gonna mix it really well. Mix, mix, mix. Now I'm gonna set it aside for some time and clean up this all. Step number 2. I'm gonna mix together some hot water and a little bit of coffee. And then we're gonna set it aside until the coffee dissolves fully. Now it's time for our wet ingredients. The first thing which is going in is butter. The second thing that's going in is the star ingredient of every dessert. Ta-da! Mr. Sugary Sugar, which is gonna go in the butter. Oh, this rhymes so much. Mr. Sugary Sugar is going in the butter to make a yummy batter. Nice. I'm gonna cream this all together until this looks really fluffy and light. Once the butter and sugar has mixed properly, we can go ahead and add all our other wet ingredients. The oil, the curd, and some buttermilk. And we'll add the dissolved coffee that we preserved earlier. And a little bit of vanilla essence. It's alright if you have some vanilla extract, but you'll have to add a lot of it. I mean, I'm adding just 2 to 3 drops of vanilla essence here, but if you have vanilla extract, you'll have to add about a teaspoon or 2. So here it goes in. We'll give it all a good mix until well combined and set it aside. Oops, my clumsiness is already showing up because I forgot to add the vinegar. But I haven't mixed it up properly yet, so I can add it anytime. So there it goes in. And we'll mix it up together until well combined. Next, I'm going to mix together my wet ingredients and my dry ingredients. Now this is a bit of a crucial step where you don't have to undermix the batter, neither you can overmix it. Because if you undermix it, obviously it can never be fine. And if you overmix it, gluten will be formed in it, which will be greatly responsible for a rubbery and dense cake. So if you want a nice, spongy and moist cake, make sure you just mix it right. No overmixing, no undermixing. I'm using a sieve here to avoid the lumps in my batter. This is going to make the batter really smooth. Now here's a small tip. I prefer to add half of the dry ingredients in the wets first and then mix it up and then add the other half of the dry ingredients. It helps better mixing. Now I'll fold in the half of my dry ingredients and my wet ingredients. All you have to do in folding is push your spoon or spatula under the dry ingredients and bring it up and over the top. Goes in, up and on the top. In, up, on the top. And then you just fold it until it's just mixed and add the other half of the dry ingredients and fold it up again. But make sure to not overmix it. Now goes the other half of my dry ingredients. And then again the same step. The spoon goes in, up, on the top, and then you push it in again, up, on the top, and fold it until just mixed. Now this is the last step, and the best one I'd say. I'm gonna add the chocolate chip into my batter. If you're not a big fan of chocolate chips or you don't have any, just use any chocolate and chop it up into desirable sizes. That's what I usually do. Now give it a slight fold and then I'll pour my batter in the mold, which is greased and lined with the baking sheet. You can now preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius so that it's preheated when your mold goes in. I have poured all my batter in my mold now and I'm going to give it a slight tap so that all the air bubbles escape and I have a flat top. In the meanwhile, you can follow my secret step, which just needs your finger. Goes in the bowl and look, this tastes like heaven. I love it. My cake would go in the oven for around 30 to 35 minutes, but because every oven is a bit different, I would suggest you should keep a check on your cake after around 20 to 25 minutes of baking, because it shouldn't be underbaked or overbaked, right? I baked 3 layers of my chocolate Chocochip cake. Once they were out of the oven, I let them cool down for a couple of hours, then leveled and laid them with chocolate ganache and whipped vanilla topping, which was followed by a crumb coat all around the cake. Before moving on to the decorating step, I let the cake rest in the fridge for about 5 hours until it was set. I covered the cake with whipped topping, poured some chocolate over it for a dripping effect, and last but not the least, popped some cute little heart-shaped cookies in it. Because I am crazy about hearts. I want them like everywhere. If you're a fan of hearts too, then let me know which one do you love the most by posting it in the comment section below. I loved my birthday cake. And if you like this video too, then please like it and share it. If you want to see more, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you'll get notified every time I post a new video. See you soon and happy baking! Bye bye!